So just closing your eyes, finding that nice erect posture. We've likely eaten a lot over the last few days and maybe not been as cognizant of our physical condition. So finding that erect posture where we're opening up to letting things go and to the possibility of 2021. And as you come into your body, just notice that energy that is flowing there, the energy that is just for some unconscious in their bodies, and for others, a very real feeling that we can access. And now, for just a very few moments on your own, bringing into your awareness some of the things that you feel are important for you to let go of. 2020 has challenged us on many, many levels. And yet, we've all seen how we can be, in spite of that, creative, resourceful, and whole. We've all been able to pivot, to find new ways of doing things, new ways of connecting, and new ways of just being with ourselves. Just being in that place of curiosity, learning, and living under extreme circumstances. So while we have gathered new skills, new thoughts and ideas, we likely still have some things that we can let go of. So just for a moment or two, until you hear my voice again, just bring the things you would like to say goodbye to into your awareness.
And in your marvelous mind's eye now, as you continue to consider those things that you choose to let go of, as Jackie has said, imagining in your marvelous mind's eye, sitting around an open fireplace in a comfortable position. It's a safe place. There's a fire burning in front of you, and you're aware of other people around you. And these people are also members of your soul group. So they are friendly and supportive of you. And you're just aware of them in your peripheral vision. You are sitting comfortably near the fire. It's perhaps a beautiful evening. You can hear the sounds of nature, maybe birds calling, or the sounds of insects. And you hear the crackling of the wood in the fire. You can smell the smoke of the fire as it rises up into the air. Perhaps you might even begin to see the first stars in the dark blue sky. And you're sitting comfortably, and you're feeling relaxed, and you're aware that your health and vitality and well-being comes from within you. You know this at the deepest part of your being. And you feel content and happy and supported. The place where you're in is a place of transformation and healing. You seem to be aware of supportive pulsations from the earth itself, from Mother Earth, coming up to you from the depths of her being to support you. You're enjoying sitting around the fireplace. The air is fragrant, and you're feeling very relaxed and at ease. Perhaps you might stretch your legs out and the soles of your feet feel the warmth from the fireplace. It's a very pleasant feeling for you. You know that you've journeyed and traveled far throughout all the adventures of your lifetime. And all of those adventures throughout your entire life have brought you to this moment. And in this moment of greater understanding, you come to the realization that you've been carrying burdens that are now no longer required. Each of all the adventures and experiences in your life could be imagined as items that you've put in a metaphorical backpack. Every experience you've had, every occurrence, every adventure is symbolized by the contents of your metaphorical backpack. We can imagine for our purposes right now that the contents of your backpack are filled with small logs and kindling. And you reach behind you and you reach into the backpack and you remove one of the logs. It's a small log, maybe about 10 inches long. It's surprisingly heavy and dry. And you notice that on this small log, there is a word, or maybe several words. Beginning to see now what these words reveal to you. The words may have been written long ago by another part of your being that has been accepted as true. It could be that those words were written a long, long time ago, even when you were very, very young, maybe as a very young child. And these words are carved and imprinted upon the log. And you are becoming aware of them now. They have been concealed in the backpack, buried. The backpack is very much like the subconscious, and you have reached into your subconscious area now because you're comfortable, you're safe, and this is your time of transformation. And you notice the words on the wood that are important to you. They may be words written long ago that you've forgotten. And now is the time for you to lovingly place the log into the fireplace of transformation. There's no judgment about the log. You're simply perceiving the log and how it represents your adventures and experiences in life. And now you have come to the point where it is the perfect time for you to let go of the log. Your hands are holding the dry wood in your palms and fingers. You feel the texture of the wood. What are the words written upon it? They were written long ago, and the words may or may not even be true. Usually the words that are written upon the wood in the backpack may be written through a filter of perception. It doesn't matter if it's true or not true. It is simply for you to let go of now. And so you hold the wood and you lean forward and you look at the the fire as the tongues of flame of orange and yellow rise up into the air, and you put your log into the fire, and you watch it as it begins to smolder and glow and burn. And your log adds fuel to this transformational fire. And you watch it go. You feel the heat from the wood as the fire transforms it. You allow yourself to feel a measure of satisfaction as this occurs. You are surprised, perhaps, on the words that were written upon the small log that you have now let go of. And then, after a few moments, you reach back into your metaphorical backpack and retrieve another log. This one is a little bigger than the previous one. What does it feel like in your hands? What are the words written upon it? Do you know when they were written? Can you imagine what the words might be? Perhaps it is an event or an experience or something that was said to you. It could be a belief that you hold about yourself that was formed long ago. What does the word hold for you? You feel the log in your hand, and you know that this is the perfect time for you to let it go. You lean forward once again, stretching out your arm, and allow the log to fall into the burning fireplace. The embers are red hot and orange. They are glowing, and your log now smolders once again and then catches fire and is consumed by the flames. The flames transform the log into something else entirely. The log is transformed into heat and light, which goes up into the air and radiates around the space where you're sitting, and then disappears, no longer needed. You do enjoy watching the flickering flames consuming the wood. It has a pleasant fragrance. And then you lean back into a comfortable position. And you know that this is a safe, healing space of transformation. You are surrounded by your loving soulmates who are traveling with you upon this journey. You're aware of them in your peripheral vision. And they are here to support you. And you notice that they too have been placing their wood in the fireplace as well. And you sit back and you decide to reach again into your backpack and you retrieve a small bunch of kindling, maybe 10 or 15 pieces of kindling, and they're tied together with a string. And you look down and you notice that on each piece of kindling, there is a word. What words do they say? You have been carrying this kindling that's been wrapped in string for a long time. What do the words represent to you? You hold the words against your bosom. To see if they are true for you. And you realize that they were written long ago and that they are no longer relevant. For they are moments of misunderstanding from the past. They were written by you long, long ago through your filter of understanding at that time. And now you realize that they are no longer required either. You are surprised at some of the words that are written in very small font upon the kindling sticks. Some of them are barely legible. But you've been carrying them. And now is the moment for you to lean forward once again and place the tied kindling sticks into the fire. You notice that the sparks rise up as you allow the kindling to fall into the fiery embers, which are glowing. The sky around you is now quite dark. As you look up into the sky, you see the smoke spiraling up along with the sparks and embers. And your kindling stick now bursts into flame, and all is consumed. You are surprised at how quickly they burn. for they're smaller than the other logs you've placed in, and they burn rapidly, brightly, and then they die away. And then you lean back once again comfortably into your sitting position. This is your safe place to be. You are supported by other members of your soul group that are also gathered around you, supporting you simply by their loving presence. You feel their support within your heart. You feel their love. You feel their encouragement. You savor these feelings. You know that you are accepted just as you are. That all in the group around you have journeyed long and far with many experiences and adventures, and all are now releasing their individual burdens, as are you. This is a time of completion for this time of year. And you feel a deep sense of satisfaction as you release these burdens. You continue to enjoy the warmth of the fireplace and the fellowship of your soul group around you that are in your peripheral vision, shadowy figures because of the brightness of the fire in front of you. You're still enjoying the evening air. The stars are much brighter now. The smoke continues to spiral up into the heavens. And then you decide that you're ready to retrieve the remaining contents that are within your metaphorical backpack. You reach in and a surprisingly heavy log comes out of the bag into your hand. It weighs quite a bit. On the log, which has had the bark on it removed, you can see quite a bit of writing. What does the writing say to you? Perhaps they are beliefs that you have accepted long ago. Perhaps part of you has really believed these paradigms, these beliefs. Perhaps on some of the words you realize that they simply no longer apply anymore to you, for you have changed. You have expanded your level of understanding, your level of comprehension, and your level of consciousness. And you realize that this very heavy log, with all its writing, is also no longer required. It is time to release this one into the heart of the fireplace. For they truly do represent even more misunderstandings from the past. And now you lift up this log, having to use both hands because it's weighty, and you lean forward and you place it in the fire. The embers are glowing, red hot and white hot, and you place the log on top of the embers. And you watch as the log begins to smolder. You watch the flames begin to lick along the edge of the log. Heating the log until suddenly it bursts into flame. You lean back to a comfortable position for you, and you observe the log consumed by the fire. Flames leap up from the wood into the air. They crackle and glow as the wood is consumed. It takes some time for the log to burn completely. And you notice in your peripheral vision that the other members of your soul group have also placed their logs, very heavy logs, into the flames as well. And the fire is now like a blazing pyre of flame, and all the wood is being consumed. And you allow this moment. And you begin to feel an immense sense of lightness around your being. For the burdens that you've been carrying all this time are now released to Mother Earth. Mother Earth can use the energies. You have released all that you've been carrying. You feel a lightness within your heart. You feel a deep sense of joy within your being. For now you are free to be you, to step forth free and unencumbered, and to stand forth in this moment in this infinite moment, enlightened and free to express who you truly are. And who you truly are is you are a child of God, a child of the universe. And you are standing forth in this infinite moment, being all that you are, knowing that you are loved and cherished and valued and appreciated just for who you are right now. And then you begin to rise from your sitting position in front of the fireplace. And you leave your backpack on the ground behind you. There is no need to look in the backpack. There is no need even to look at the backpack. And you turn around and stride into the fragrant evening. Arms stretched up into the air, feeling joy, feeling enlightened, feeling free. And in a few moments, as you enjoy these feelings within, as you continue to breathe, perhaps still smelling the fragrance of the fire, in a few moments, you'll be able to come back fully into the moment, into this next infinite moment. Knowing and feeling within you that all has been released and you are free to be you, just as you are. In a few moments, when you're ready, I shall ring the bell and you'll be able to come back fully into the moment. You feel now a deep and profound sense of love and appreciation for you. And you allow this feeling of love to expand to all beings